Good evening, Wizards Nation. We just collapsed in the second half, primarily third quarter. 41 points in the third quarter is not going to cut it, to say the least. But, again, it seems like the same story again. You start off somewhat good in the first quarter, and then as the game progresses, it's just free fall. Free fall, and we Tom Petting this season right now. Is it Coach Keefe not making any adjustments? Is it rotations? Is it just talent getting deft? I think it's a combination of all those. But, I don't know, man. We did come out strong, man. Like, on the first quarter, I have my notes. We did come out, like, Koulibaly. Hold on. Well, first thing, Champagny. Starting, Chris Middleton out with an injury. Champagny gets a start, and I love it. It shows Coach Keefe sending him, I guess. I mean, Champagny gets a lot of these spot starts, though. That's been like his thing. Like, don't just start him. Put him in the rotation. But, I mean, I did agree with that move by Coach Keefe. Champagny didn't really do that much today in only 17 minutes of play. However, my notes. Shit. Defense, first quarter, we came out with active hands, man. Much better defense in the first quarter. Again, I keep saying the first quarter because it's the first quarter. It deteriorated as the game went along. Perimeter defense was fine, solid. Knicks are also just missing some shots, though. Koulibaly has some nice cuts. But damn, he dribbles too much. He had a couple turnovers in the first quarter. That pissed me off. Solid first quarter start. Sarr had his he didn't play good defense against Cat. We saw him get dunked on by Cat, but look at his stats: 19 points. 8 rebounds, 7 assists. He had a solid game, but on the offensive side, defensively, it wasn't his best defensive outing. And my bad, y'all, my voice is a little bit raspy. Again, I'm still sick. But the show must go on. Let's see here. Too many turnovers. Not just in the first quarter. The entire game. We had with 20 turnovers the entire game. Come on, man. Too many errant passes. Over dribbling. Need a point guard. Let's see here. Deuce McBride playing football. He had a couple tackles. He had more tackles than Frankie Louvu yesterday. It is what it is. The first half. Koulibaly, 15 points. Sarr, 13 points. Kispert had a solid game. 7 points in the first half. 15 overall. I want to talk about Koulibaly real quick because Koulibaly. Fuck me. Koulibaly, 15 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 3 of 5 from the 3. Brother, that's all we need. This is all we need from Koulibaly. That's it. Don't shoot more than 5 3-point attempts per game. If we can get this from Koulibaly, and even though his defense a little bit, he did foul Shamit on a 3-point play, and I was just kind of just pissed me off. I was like, dude, why are you being too handsy? But offensively, this is all we need him to do. And if he can do this, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good with Bilal. See here, Keyshawn George had a solid game. It feels like when Keyshawn's not in the lineup or not playing, our offense is just free falling. 15 points by Key, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Had some solid on-ball defense on Brunson, but then against Brunson. Let's see my notes. Oh, if only we had a veteran. CJ, if CJ, try to use my words wisely. 5 points, 2 of 9 from the field, 1 of 6 from the 3 for CJ McCollum. You see, if CJ's not producing, or not even making his shots, take him out. Put Trey Johnson in the game. Trey Johnson ended up having 21 minutes tonight. CJ played 22 minutes tonight, even though they pulled the starters a little bit. Dude, I understand playing CJ because he's a veteran and you're trying to get some trade value for him. You gotta show him out. You gotta showcase him. But if CJ is playing like this, give him 16 minutes. Bench him. And give the minutes to Trey Johnson. Right? Trey Johnson, 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 4 from the 3, 10 points in 21 minutes. My bad. But it be like that. I don't know, man. I think just uttering the word CJ got some phlegm in my throat because of CJ freaking McCollum. CJ's like garnering bacteria in my throat, dude. Just the way he's been playing. And it's weird because in preseason he was giving buckets. Right? 1 second. Damn. All right, I think I got it out. But, yeah, man, I don't know, man. 22 minutes, even that, I still think he played too much. I would have given him 16. Fuck it. He ain't doing shit out there. Only had 1 rebound and 2 assists. I just kept thinking to myself, it would have been nice if we had a veteran right now. It would have been nice if we had a veteran. Especially in the third quarter. When they scored 41 points. Sir Tut says, Sar looked solid. Agreed. Offensively, though. Defensively, he was kind of getting cooked. We got to be honest. Bilal had better fingers. That's true. Bilal over dribbles, man. He over dribbles. And his handle is not even that good. Champagne got to start and play solid. And Trey Johnson. Yep. Agreed. Me and Sir Tut. Damn, I'm not going to say CJ's name again. I keep coughing whenever I say CJ. Or enough with Middleton. I mean, fuck, McCollum. I read my notes. At the half, Bilal was 3 or 4 from the 3. Sar had 13, 5, and 5 at the half. His defense on Cat, though, was not up to. I mean, his frame is not there yet. After the third quarter, I stopped, and it was like 41 points in the third quarter. I was like, what is this? The same old story, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. You see, when the team is collapsing, in a rebuilding team, that's when your veterans take hold of the game for you. We needed CJ in the third quarter to stay competitive in this game. CJ was nowhere to be found. If anything, give Corey CJ's minutes. He's playing good offense this year, and his trade stock is honestly at this point. I wouldn't mind that either. Because, Corey's on a long-term contract. If you want to prioritize treating one of those dudes, it's Corey Kispert. You know what I mean? CJ's on an expiring deal, so either way, he's not going to be with us next year. And either way, he has value too, even if his play's not up to par. Because CJ, you know what I mean? Well, we can absorb a back contract, or I don't know. Expiring deals have, solid value in this league. And he's a guy, he's kind of somewhat of a big name. So I agree with Sir Tut too. Like, yeah, give Corey CJ's minutes. If Corey's playing good, because there's games also that Corey's just like, what the fuck? But Corey had a really solid game tonight. A really, really solid game tonight. Doug says, why is the defense so bad when you've got guys like Bilal, Sar, and George? I thought Dawkins was trying to build a defensive monster, but we're anything but that. That's a really good question, dude. I'm not an expert. It seems like you got 3 defensive menaces on the court. You would be, like, at least solid on that end. I think it's coaching, honestly. I'm not trying to call out Coach Keefe because he's tank commander. If Coach Keefe was my coach, like for the foreseeable future, we're gonna have to call like he would be under more scrutiny from me. But even then, like I don't know, man. I think it's coaching, man. Also, I mean, they're also inconsistent in general. Even though they're defensive stars, I mean, future defensive menaces, keyword future, they're also inconsistent right now. A liar Biza says, LOL, the Wizards defense is almost as bad as the Commanders. Please fire Joe Witt Jr. Joe Witt Jr. still has a job. The hell's going on? Nobody got fired yet. Joe Witt Jr. still has apparently, I don't know if y'all know, y'all got the news, but Joe Witt Jr. now is no longer up in the booth. This Sunday, he's gonna be out in the on the field calling plays. Commanders, man. I don't even want to talk about the Commanders, man. I don't even want to talk about the. If I have to talk about the Commanders, I'm gonna have a freaking psychosis right now. That team, man. Hey. Blue Red Master says, thoughts on Cam Whitmore. Cam Whitmore had a pretty ugly outing today. Yep. Eric Kostra. Everybody's talking about Cam. 11 minutes. 1 of 3 from the field. 0 of 1 for the 3. Did y'all see him get pulled immediately for Will Riley? I believe it was in the second quarter. He got pulled immediately when he went for a fast break, and I believe it was OG who stripped him of the ball. He went in a fast break against 3 dudes, and freaking Coach Keefe was like, enough, and he brought in Will Riley, and then Will Riley got cooked on defense. No offense to Will Riley, he's a bit lost right now on defense, and it's to be expected. The kid's only 19 years old, young buck. He's gonna develop there. I don't know, man. Cam Whitmore, I don't think Coach Keefe is it for him. I think Cam needs a solid coaching staff. One thing I will give Coach Keefe is that he's giving Cam Whitmore consistent minutes each night. It's not that much. What is it, 15 to 17? You know what I mean? I think Cam, you can tell that Cam's only 21 years old too, man. He gets the ball and he just puts tunnel vision on. He don't even want to freaking pass. He doesn't want to. He also gets super frustrated if he doesn't get a shot off within the first couple of minutes. I was watching on Mets streams, and the Knicks announcers called that. He had like one fast break 3 that was just 1-on-4. And they were just like, what the hell? And I saw it. The Knicks announcers saw it. And they were just like, this is a guy who's just pissed off that he's not getting his shots off. Which is kind of true. But at the same time, I don't know, man. If you're not getting your shots off, get a rebound. Go for the offensive rebound. Get the putback. Play fast break. With Cam Whitmore. He's kind of having like not an identity crisis. I don't know. He just needs good coaching. It's possible they are just tanking with the Washington veterans. I don't think so. I mean, yeah, but like I don't know. It's weird because McCollum was giving buckets in the preseason. I believe he averaged 18 points in the preseason, right? I think McCollum's just regressing, and also, I don't know. Maybe you're right, dude. Maybe you're right. Elia Biza says, do you still think? Let's see here. Do you still think trading Jordan Poole for CJ McCollum was a good deal? I mean, we see how Jordan Poole is playing this year, right? Well, let me pull up his stats. No. Jordan Poole been talking that shit lately. Well, not lately. Since he got traded, he's been talking that ish. Let's look at Jordan Poole. 18 points. But let's look at the shooting splits. On 37% from the field, 35% from the 3, 96% from the free throw line. Um, just inefficient. This is just Jordan Poole in a nutshell. We got out of his contract. I think it was a solid deal. Even though a lot of Wizards fans wanted a second round pick or, assets in return. But we got out of his contract. The market spoke with Jordan Poole. The market spoke. We were heavily shopping him. The best thing we could get is an expiring deal. Hey, man. If that's what the NBA thinks of him, we can't do ish, right? Blue Red Master says, "Hey, I hope he turned out all right though. Every time I sim with Whitmore and 2K, he turned out right with." Yeah, dude, I'm not. It's very early on in the season. I think Whitmore and along with a lot of other dudes, even Bub, they're right now in that phase where they're trying to find their role on the team. Well, Bub's learning a new position, and also he's just not it right now. He's just not it. This year's chalked for Bub. I'm not even just in the grade. I'll put transitional year for Bub Carrington /D right now. But yeah, with Ken Whitmore, man, you can see he has all the talent in the world. I'm definitely not counting him out. Definitely not counting him out. Let's see here. Let's see if the Wizards. Let's look at some highlights and then, Do I still play NBA 2K? Not anymore, dude. I used to play it all the time with the Warriors. This is back with the Warriors in 2014. Yeah, they were just getting ready to be good. Only play Marvel Rivals, which I'm about to do after this stream. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? What is this? Which quarter is this? Oh yeah, this is the second quarter. The N13. Beautiful. You see, also at this time, we were playing a lot of our young bucks. I remember Coach Keefe pulled out a rotation of all dudes who were 21 years or younger in the second quarter, and I was just like, you know what? This is the kind of season. This is the kind of game I want to see. We were playing our young bucks, and on top of that, it was competitive. Look, it's 48-50. We're down by 2 points with 1 minute left in the second quarter. I was like, this is the ideal type of season. Play the young bucks, be competitive. Oh, shit. Oh, the volume on. Key with the bump fade. No. Nice finish, though. Corey had a really solid game. I've been dogging on Corey too much this season, but he had a real solid game. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna call it quits in a couple of minutes, y'all. Not gonna lie, we believe the Warriors was aura. Oh yeah, that's true, dude. Oh, the fuck, yeah. Definitely agree with you. I play NBA 2K3 sometimes. Should probably get the new one, but I didn't care if I could ever win with the current Wizards roster. I'm not gonna lie. With this roster on NBA 2K, I'll be cooking with Vucevic. I would be cooking with Vucevic. All I need was a stretch big, the pick and roll, done. I would be cooking with Vucevic. Maybe, I don't know if his 3-point shot rating is better than Alex Sarr. Honestly, we'll probably be cooking with this team. Corey Kessler will be going crazy with me. Cam Whitmore, too. I'll probably play Malachi Brown. All I need is just shooters. Only problem is we don't have a freaking. Well, I'll go crazy with McCollum too. Trey Johnson. Oh my God. Yeah, this team's not bad for NBA 2K. Virginia Slim Dog. How come Jameer Watkins not playing yet? That's a good question. Good question. I mean, I think if for Jameer to play, McCollum would also need to be out. Right? For Jameer to play, McCollum will also... Remember, Middleton was out tonight. Champagnie got the minutes. For Jameer Watkins to play, I think McCollum will need to be out. Because then they'll have to go deep in the bench. He's also right now in G League. Malachi had 4 minutes tonight. you know. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, we just got diffed. Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns couldn't stop him. 33 points, 13 rebounds. Sarr tried his best. Jalen Brunson only had 16 points, but, you know, Jordan Clarkson gave him some nice minutes off the bench. Some real nice minutes off the bench. Let's see. Doug says, I think the Sixers win the East. That's if MB can stay financially healthy. VJ's a monster. Yeah. VJ's a freaking stud, dude. I wanted him too. But the Sixers locked in on him. Remember, Trey Johnson was like rumored to go to the Sixers at one point because he had a great combine. He had a 38-inch vertical, higher than Ace Bailey's vertical, which I believe was 36, if I'm not mistaken. Shot the lights out. And I was like, oh, maybe VJ Edge comes slabs. You know what I mean? Nah, couldn't. Edgecombe is looking better than Cooper Flagg. Still early in the season, but he is balling. But yeah, man, I'm about to call it quits. We lost. We are now 1-6. Same old story. Start off strong in the first quarter. Second quarter, we actually kept up. Second half, just complete collapse. Third quarter, 41 points given up. Defense was just not there. You know what I mean? I just keep thinking to myself, man, if we only had a freaking veteran who could have alleviated this collapse. You know what I mean? McCollum was just not it right now this year. McCollum's not that. And also, Bob started off the season. I mean, the first quarter, the first half was pretty solid. You know, he wasn't. Let me see, where's his stats? I mean, like he only scored 0 points, but you know he did have 7 assists. He was playing like a point guard, but then after that, just train wreck with Bub. I don't know what happened with Bub this year, dude. Like, I understand he's learning a new position, but damn, what happened with the mid-range? What's wrong with the mid-range with Bub? That's his bread and money. Man can't even get to the mid-range this year. He's barely getting open jumpers. Contested 3 after contested 3 with Bub Carrington. Man, that's just like, hope he gets better, man. But still, just 0 of 2 from the field. But man can't even get into the mid-range. The mid-range Prince from last year. We'll see, man. But everybody, take care, everybody. I will see y'all next game. Was looking good in the first half, but, you know, it is what it is. We know what the deal is this type of season. But, yeah. Take care, everybody. I will see y'all in the next stream. I might drop a video tomorrow, depending on how I feel. Hopefully. Sore throat is gone. The fever's here. You know, fever's cooking me right now. But everybody, take care. Peace.